What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's the 10th of February. We're taking a look at Flare Network this morning. Flare/USDT daily chart. KuCoin will be the data here. TradingView.com. Nice stair-stepping pattern Flare has done in the past couple months after a very large initial sell-off that we did cover in many videos, although it has been a long time since we looked at Flare. Let's jump right into it. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you are a new subscriber, let's get right into this. So we have covered Flare back here. I have all of these lines, these colorful horizontal lines on the chart. They represent different price areas of support and resistance. We'll jump into those. I have this pennant pattern from back in the early Flare time frame back here that we had some crazy breakouts above, reversals back into the pattern, getting close to the apex, big sell-off, etc. Big sell-off. Let's fast forward to what's happening in more recent times. So we've had this very nice stair-stepping pattern back to the upside. Also this very large inverse head and shoulders. We had this, like I said, this very nice stair-stepping bullish momentum higher. Looks like we're getting into another consolidation here. That's one thing to keep in mind. We have this, it's not perfect, but this inverse head and shoulders here. Somewhere in here, I don't know exactly, would be a neckline. Looks like we're breaking out. Something to keep in mind. The point is, this has and is still bullish from way down in the basically the 1 cent, 1.5 cent range. Looked like a very good spot to enter. I do not hold this. I used to hold this many months ago. But anyways, what's going on right now, you ask? Because we can't go back in time and buy. So what's happening right now? Well, if you look on the chart, as you see on the chart here, we have all of these colorful levels. The colors don't mean anything. They're just different colors to help them kind of not all blend in. They just represent different price levels. So as price trades here, you can see, for example, the 2208 one. That's this white one right here in the middle of your screen. This, let's go back to this time frame here, the first week of December in 2023. Price is trading sideways here. And then all of a sudden we get this big breakout on the 9th of December. Market was up on those 39 or so percent. As the markets start to move higher, we have a price level above the market, 2208. That is going to, and the way I look at this is, I'm looking for price to, 1, hit that level, and 2, stay below that level for a period of time. But it's a target above the market that should act as a target and then as resistance for a period of time. What took place perfectly is we candle wicked right above that level, closed below it, and that was resistance for a period of time. That period of time lasted basically 36 days, basically a month. Price started to move higher, trade sideways, still finding resistance and, basically pinned right at that level. And then we started to move higher. So where we're at now, we have a bunch of lines around the market. So if you want to see what price is most likely to do, take a screenshot of this. This is, once again, the Flare/Tether chart daily. KuCoin is the data here. And if you take a screenshot of this, you'll see all the prices I have on the right. So you can kind of have an idea of what price is likely to do at these levels. The levels above the market resistance. As market moves lower, you look for support. So as markets start to move higher here, you can see on the 7th of February, we have support at 27.90. We have resistance up here at 33.52, 34.10, etc. That is our resistance. Right now, like I said, we're trading sideways. There's a chance that we're in a change in trend. So we have the move higher here. We have a pullback. We still have a higher low, but it looks like potentially we're getting a lower high. And what can follow a lower high is a lower low. So you would be undercutting basically the low on the 7th of February. And that would give you a change in trend. Now, it doesn't mean the markets are going down, 50%, 100%. It just means that the bullish momentum has stepped aside and the bearish momentum has stepped forward for a period of time, guys. I mean, this thing has made a very, very nice run. So from the exact bottom, I'm sure some people own it from down here. Most people own it from much higher prices, and they're just trying to get back to break even. That the market's up, 260% roughly. So, as this market pulls back, assuming it continues to pull back, I would look for support, potential support at the 27.90 as well as 26.95. That's this blue line and this green line on the chart. Price would be lower 6 to 9% from where we are currently at. And then, guys, above that, I would just watch my levels on the chart. Like I said, we have a potential lower high taking place right here. So we might be in for a downward move. But if price does not do that and it starts to move higher, I would just watch these levels on the chart as price starts to move. This thing is in a very nice, strong uptrend right now, but the trend can change when you start to print we had a big run, another higher low, still bullish. Things start to get a little concerning when the markets print a lower high, because what can follow is a pretty violent move to a lower low. That might be taking place right now. It's just something to keep in the back of your mind that this thing, there's no guarantee it's going to break out once again into new highs. Could be wrong, but that's what I'd be. Similar to what Bitcoin did. So that is my thoughts on Flare. It's up a lot. I would keep an open mind that right now we have a lower high. So we might be ready for a lower low. And, maybe it doesn't take the price all the way back down. Maybe it just goes to, this area, this 2208 area. We have nice support right there. That'd be a very normal thing to see and look back on. So that is that. If we look left on the Flare chart, we are at an old area of support right here. So this whole area here had strong support in the past for Flare. The 26.95 and 27.90 are those prices. That's right here, guys. That's green line and this blue line. So you can see we had a big sell-off, found support there. When after the market recovered and sold off again, we traded sideways right at those levels. So we finally made it back up to there. So if we pulled back and retested it again, it'd be very normal to see. And like I said, below that's 2208. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. The price has quite a bit of upward movement to go before breaking into some all-time highs for this chart. That would take us up, let's see, roughly like another 76% higher. That gets us above the high over here, which was on, looks like the 11th of January of 2020. 2023. Guys, that's my thoughts on Flare. Keep an open mind that we might be setting up here for another lower low. And if that doesn't happen and we start to break out, if you take a screenshot of this, you'll have all these price levels and you'll be able to kind of see where the price is most likely to stop and or pull back to and find support, as well as keep an eye on this whole section of the chart here, because as price starts to move up, potentially back to the 41.28, 43.01 level, you'll see where we found resistance in the past, and there's a good chance that it'll have a slight pause at those resistance levels once again, under this whole consolidation here, which was in the 25th of March, we'll call it, over to, April 18th, we're just at the lower end of that. So for the market to pull back under an old area of support and find resistance is very normal for a period of time. Consolidation, and then, perhaps the uptrend continues once it is ready to do so. So that's my thoughts on Flare, guys. It's been a while. Flare Network / Tether daily chart, KuCoin. Guys, all links are always down in the video description. Appreciate it if you do use those links. Does help support the channel and does not cost you guys anything. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and join us here. You guys have a great weekend. Flare Network, I think it's 260% from the bottom. If you are lucky enough to be in from down there, most people from the airdrop are at much higher prices. Like I said, a pretty good entry was down there at the, let's see here, basically the 1178 was a very nice spot to get in, perhaps a little bit lower. But hey, it is what it is. We'll see if this trend does continue. Thanks for watching. Take care.